type of tree.
Oh, tell us a little bit more about this bois d'arc. I've heard about that.
Bois d'arc is a
Go ahead.
Bois d'arc is BOISD''ARC.
Okay.
And it's ironwood.
Ironwood
Is actually the name of the tree, and they call it ironwood because it's hard to harvest, to cut. It's like cutting into iron.
Wow.
So it's not a good tree to build stuff with, but it's very, very hard. And I forgot what family of ironwood, what family the ironwood in. It's not oak. I don't know exactly, but I can't remember. But they had the reason why they call it Bois d'Arc Road because they had some ironwood trees down that road.
Was that the kind of wood that was used to make the Indians would make the archery, the bow and arrow?
I think so.
Yeah. I've heard that. I don't know how true that is, but that's what I'd heard.
Yeah. So then we got a call, Mark.
Okay, let's take it.
Nope.
Not for us. 363-2124. We still have about 15 minutes left in the program. So if you're listening right here in Ville Platte or Mamou or Pine Prairie, or you're listening in Canada or wherever you're listening, you give us a call this morning. And whether it's a first-time caller or you've called many times before, give us a call. 363-2124. Okay, Swabby?
MedExpress Ambulance Service is now serving residents in the Ville Platte area with state-of-the-art care. You're invited to join their free VIP membership program. You can save up to 30% off of ambulance transport fees for services not covered by your health insurance plan, and up to 30% off any wheelchair transportation fees with MedTrans. And you can take up to 1 year to pay for any out-of-pocket expenses with no interest charges. MedExpress Ambulance Service, proud to serve the residents of Ville Platte with top-quality emergency and non-emergency transportation. An additional ambulance station in Ville Platte provides more immediate critical resources when there are multiple requests for ambulances and to support public safety, police and fire services at no cost to the city of Ville Platte. MedExpress Ambulance Service, a legacy of innovation and EMS. That's MedExpress Ambulance Service.
Okay, Mark, we got a call.
Yes, sir.
Hello, you on there? Who's this?
This is Janice.
Hey, Mr. Johnny's, what's going on with you?
Oh, not too much, and yo.
We having a good time over here.
And that's what I'm doing, sitting on the sofa watching TV and listening to the radio, both at the same time.
Oh, boy, you good.
Uh-huh.
I'm having fun.
There you go. What you got on your mind?
I was talking about the traiteurs. I had an old cousin. She was a traiteurs.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I was young in that time, but I still remember that. We was living in Chitania, and she was living in Chitania, too. And we called her Nancy Moss.
Uh-huh.
And I had stepped on something, and my foot had swelled up like crazy. So Mom and Dad took me to Nancy Moss.
Uh-huh.
And Nancy Moss treated me. She talked. I don't know what she was saying, if she was praying or what, I don't know. And she took a string and she put some knot in that string. Then she tied that around my leg.
Okay.
But what I didn't like about it, she would spit. Well, on whatever she was treating you for, she would spit. Not a big spit, no. She would spit. Two. I didn't like that.
Yeah, that was kind of nasty.
Yeah, but I can promise you it done me some good.
Oh, really?
Oh, yes.
That spit, you think?
I don't know. I guess it was the whole thing. I guess the spit was in her treatment. I don't know.
She needs to bottle that spit, huh?
How fast did your foot recover?
Oh, it didn't take no time. A couple of days.
Wow.
All the swelling went down, but we didn't know what had happened to my foot. All we knew that something had bit me.
Yeah, it got infected.
We didn't know what it was.
It was probably a spider.
Yeah. And after she passed away, well, before she passed away, she gave it to one of her daughter. But her her daughter she never went through with it. She never told nobody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what's her name again? Nan?
We call her Nancy Moss.
And
Timos?
T. Ross.
Moss.
Timos?
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay, Mr. Johnny's. Thank you for calling.
Did she treat just certain things, or she would treat for anything?
Oh no, she treat for anything.
Wow.
Oh yeah, she treats you for anything. That's a lot of women would go over there.
She wasn't a specialist then.
Yeah.
She was a general practitioner.
Yeah, and like they said, she wouldn't charge you nothing. You'd give her something if you wanted to, and if you had nothing or you didn't want to give her nothing, that was fine with her.
Yeah, that's how my grandma was. She wouldn't.
Yeah,
And she
they all would do that.
She would say some like certain prayers and stuff.
Oh yeah.
I wish I could. I wish I could have written down what she.
Wow.
I was just too young and not knowing.
Yeah. But in that time, that was a lot of a treatment would go on, and now they still got some, but they don't. I don't know how come they don't say it like they like they used to. They don't tell you nothing like that,
Well, back in the day, you didn't have transportation, and if you were out in the country, that's how the traiteurs would do. They instead of going to the doctor, you have to come all the way to town. You could go in the community and get treated.
Right.
That's the way I look at it.
Yeah.
Okay, Mr.
Right,
Johnny.
that's what I had this morning.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, have a blessed day.
You too.
And no calls, Swabby.
No calls right now.
No more calls?
No.
Okay, I thought we had another call. 363-2124. Here's your chance to get on the line with us with Swabby and I. Share your story, your memory of traiteurs, or maybe nobody's ever called us on the toothache tree. I'd like to know more about that. If you had any experience with the toothache tree and what's it really called around here. Do we have any toothache trees? 363-2124. And I think, Swabby, we may have another call on the line, huh?
No. It's processing right now.
It's processing. It takes a little while to process.
Yep.
All right, let's hear another message right now.
Wait, we got a call.
Okay.
Hello, you on there? Who's this?
What you say, DJ Dude?
DJ Dude, Bobby Hastings. What's going on, Bobby?
Nothing. Y'all talking about the traiteur?
Yeah.
Well, they have them in Arkansas, too.
Really?
Yeah, I was up there. I couldn't have been more than 5 years old. I had trouble with warts in my knees and my elbows. It was covered. And we couldn't get rid of them in the military. They try to burn them off, and that hurt.
Yeah.
So Granny knew an old black man up in Bay, Arkansas, and me and Mom and her went there. And I can still remember, he was old. He'd say a prayer, and then he'd spit in his hand, and he'd rub his hands together, and he'd touch the affected areas and say a prayer. And they went away.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
What would they call them over there, Bobby?
They were healers. There was no really name for them other than the healers is what I knew.
Yeah. Well, traiteur is French, so there's no French over there.
Turn on your radio, Bobby.
And I was only about 5, so I couldn't tell you. All I know is it worked.
Okay, bud.
All right, man. Well, hey, y'all have a good day, and a shout-out to our veterans.
Okay, bud.
All right, man. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Bobby, for sharing that story. That's great. 363-2124 is the line. The lines are open again. We still have another 7 minutes to go on KVPI La Tosta Cafe on this Tuesday morning. So why don't you give us a call this morning? Broussard avec nous en français ou en anglais. On KVPI La Tosta Cafe, on KVPI FM 92.5. We're on 107.3 FM, and we're on 1050 AM. So you got 3 ways to listen to us right now on the radio, or you can listen to us on your smartphone app, or listen online as well. Swabby, we got another call?
Well, let's take a break right here.
Okay.
It's processing.
All right.
Savoie Medical Center in Mamou brings you the very best health care. Now with a new partnership with cardiologists at Cardiovascular Institute of the South, patients at the hospital can receive the latest and most advanced cardiovascular care right here in Mamou with the use of advanced technology. This care is available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week with the help of telehealth robots. Look no further for the innovative care and compassion that your heart needs. CIS has pioneered many new devices and procedures in our area with a team of more than 60 cardiologists and 20 plus clinics in Louisiana and Mississippi. This partnership brings the most advanced technology and cardiovascular care to your doorstep in Evangeline Parish. As always, our patients' care and comfort are our top priorities. Learn more at savoimedical.com or cardio.com. Get expert cardiology care close to home.
Okay, Mark, we got a call.
Okay.
Hello, you on there? Who's this?
Good morning, c'est Ken McDaniel to Coteau Lake.
Hey, Kevin. What's going on, man?
Pas much. Quand tu me mêler avec tes arbres, un bois d'ox c'est un Osage orange, c'est pas
Okay, Osage orange, that's right.
ouais, Osage orange.
They have those big thorns and those big round balls, the seed.
Là, des petits oranges, là, mais ils sont pas bons pour manger.
No.
Et le bois d'ox, le Osage Nation, Osage Indians, après à faire les bows pour les bow and arrows,
Right.
Je crois que c'était Lewis et Clark qui a dit que ça s'appelle ça bois d'orque parce que ça faisait un bow d'orque avec ça. Ça faisait les bows pour les bow and arrows. Les autres arbres qui parlent pour ça, c'est un arbre en fer, on appelait ça. Ça, là, tu peux proche pas mettre un clou dedans, c'est assez fort. Et les autres, là, les arbres, on avait deux moyens des arbres pour les avec those thorn trees.
Yeah, well, that's they got some called can't think of the name of it right now.
Either. But one of them had some long thorns on it.
Well, Osage orange has some long thorns too.
Right.
Oh yeah, I had a deer stand in a cluster of Osage orange, and sometimes I trimmed the tree so I could see. Oh man, you get hooked up with those thorns. It wasn't good. I know what the other thing is, a black locust tree that has the thorns.
We used to have some on the fence rows.
Yeah, that and a black locust is a swamp type of a tree. It makes those big seeds with the pod.
Right.
And the squirrels like that. They eat that. And sometimes, whenever I have some go hunting in an area, this place I go, and they have a bunch of thorn trees, and these squirrels, I didn't realize that they would eat the seeds in there. And they don't. That tree doesn't grow very high. It's not one of those big Osage orange either. They don't grow high, and they have a lot of limbs on it, and
right,
a lot. I mean, it's like a bush, not a tree.
There's another tree we used to have on the fence rows in Pine Prairie, and it would make like a little bump on the bark, and it had a little tiny thorn, kind of like the thorn of a briar, come out on there.
Well, I think that's a hackberry.
That's the one we would peel the bark, and you'd get inside that bark. If you had a toothache or something like that, you'd chew on that, and it'd make the toothache go away when we were kids.
Well, was that a
What kind of tree was that?
Well, we always called it a thorn tree, but it made like some little bumps all up and down the trunk, and it had a little old sticker thing in it to where you couldn't climb it or nothing because you'd get those stickers in your hand. But the thorns weren't long; they were like a quarter of an inch at the most.
Well, a hackberry has some bumps on it, like warts on a tree, and the bark is whitish.
Right. That might be what this was.
Yeah.
We just called them a thorn tree.
But it's a hackberry. It grows in the swamps. Lots of hackberry trees.
In pine, we had several of. I guess anywhere where they start growing.
Yeah, right.
If you don't bush hog, but we had them along the fence line out at Pine Prairie.
Okay.
I hadn't seen one in many a year.
Did it help the toothache?
Well, I guess it tasted pretty nasty. It was kind of bitter, you know. I don't know if it helped or not. That was what they treated with in the old days.
Yeah.
You didn't have no medicines, and people didn't go to the dentist for all that kind of. Kids didn't go to the dentist back when I was a kid.
Yeah.
That was torture back then. Oh Lord, I hated to go to the dentist. Then they wouldn't they wouldn't numb it or nothing.
Hey, well, thank you for calling, sir.
All right. Y'all have a good day.
You too.
All right, Swabby, we have another sponsor to talk about Miss Elizabeth, to talk about the Tourism Commission.
It may be a new year, but thankfully, we have some of the same exciting events for you all to enjoy coming up in 2023. The fun will kick off with Mardi Gras in February. From the annual Mardi Gras runs in Basile and Mamou, to the Swamp Pop Reunion Dance in Ville Platte, and children's Mardi Gras events in Chautauqua and Mamou, there will be plenty of ways and places to celebrate the Mardi Gras season in Evangeline Parish this year. For places to stay in Evangeline Parish and to stay up to date with event details as they are released, be sure to check out the Evangeline Parish Tourist Commission's website at evangelineparishtourism.org. Follow us on Facebook or Instagram, or give us a call at 337-492-0615.
Okay, Mark, we got a call here.
All right, Swabby.
Hello, you on there? Who's this?
This is Dylan again. I'd like to, on that Osage Orange, I'd like to concur with Mr. McDaniel, and I think the black locust is that toothache tree also.
Okay.
There's another use for that Osage Orange. Many years ago when I was at USL at the time, I was taking a course in plant propagation, and we would graft different materials. And one of the materials that we would graft was oranges, and the rootstock that we use here in this area to graft your oranges, or if you buy an orange tree, it's the Osage orange. And I'm sure we're going to see a lot of them sprout. A lot of the orange trees probably got affected. I think mine did with the freeze. And when that top freezes, you know, the bottom will sprout back out. And usually it's the rootstock that, well, it is, not usually, but it is the rootstock that sprouts because it won't die. And then you'll have a thorny tree, and that's the Osage orange rootstock that's coming back.
Right.
So I thought I'd let you know that. Some people may know that, but some people may not. So a little bit of education here for you.
Well, thank you very much.
Thank you, Leland, for appreciate the call, buddy.
Okay, man. Thank you.
All right, and that's all the time, Swabby. We want to thank all of our great sponsors, and we want to thank all of everyone that called in, from our local folks here all the way to our new friend in Canada listening, and we certainly appreciate the call. And we want to thank again all of our great sponsors, Swabby, and they include who?
Okay, we got Central Hemp, B&L Seafood, Ville Platte Home Health Agency, Maple Avenue Pharmacy, Global Windshield Repair, Medical Express Ambulance Service, Savoy Medical Center, Evangel Parish Tourism Commission, and Evangel Council on Aging.
Stay tuned because we've got classic country music coming up now all day long on KVPI The Legend, spotlighting the late Naomi Judd and the Judds today. And on KVPI FM, we've got DJ Ray coming in, and we're spotlighting birthday tribute to rock and roll legend Rod Stewart all day today, right here on 92.5. Have a wonderful day, everybody.
Okay, find the dang song.
KVPI 92.5.
This is Classic Hits 92.5. KVPI FM Ville Platte. 25,000 watts full of everything you want in a hometown radio station.
KVPI Ville Platte.
Why did it take 2 months for us to find out? I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News. That's one of the questions about classified documents found in a Washington think tank office that Joe Biden used for...
Okay, this is DJ Suave with my sidekick, Mark Lane. We're going to toss the cafe this morning, and we're going to take your phone calls, and we can talk about anything you want. So we're very knowledgeable. So anything you want, we may know it, but we might make it up.
Don't tell him that,
No,
Suave.
I'm just joking.
Don't tell him that.
All right. We're going to talk about the sponsors today. Is Central Hemp, B&L Seafood, Ville Platte Home Health Agency, Maple Avenue Pharmacy, Global Windshield Repair, Med Express Ambulance Service, Savoy Medical Center, Evangel Parish Tourism Commission, and Evangel Council on Aging. And then you can reach us at 337-363-2124 is the line to call for Tosta Coffee.
Okay, Suave, you ready for our French word of the day?
Yes.
Horse rider. If you're riding a horse, and you know what? Our fellow DJ, Miss Lisa, if Lisa's listening in, she should know the answer to this because I know she's an excellent horse rider. So how would you say a horse rider in French?
Cheval.
En français, how would you say it?
Cheval, l'homme de cheval.
Do you remember back years ago, Swaby, and all those Western shows, the Indians were attacking the settlers, and then they were waiting on a group of soldiers to come, and they were known as what?
The cavalry.
That's it. Cavalier.
That's a horse rider?
That's a horse rider. And cavalier is a horse rider.
Well,
and I'm sure it has something to do with cavalry or something like that.
Yeah, here comes the cavalry.
That's it. Horse rider and cavalier. And that's our French word of the day on this Tuesday morning. And as Swaby said, we invite you to give us a call. Pour charrer avec nous en français. Boy, what is good to clear up a person's throat, Swaby? It's just one of those mornings where...
You got the crud?
How do you say that in French?
I don't know. Well, I have trouble with that, too. And,
yeah.
You suck on some mint or something like that.
It's frustrating.
That probably helps.
Okay, so we want to hear from you this morning. Whatever you want to talk about, we want to hear from you this morning. So KVPI La Tosta Cafe for a big old Tuesday morning. It's like a spring day outside, Swaby. It's unbelievable. We had that little blast of cold air a few weeks ago, but after that, it just went away, and we haven't really had any cold weather.
No, and the thing about it is, they don't have any cold weather showing in the near future.
Yeah.
They don't even talk about a cold front. Now, they have one coming in Thursday, but it's not going to get that cold.
No, not like we had a few weeks ago.
It's not even going to get in the 30s.
Wow.
It's like mid-40s.
Yeah.
But
I'll take it. I don't like real cold weather.
Well, but this is comfortable. You can, you're not sweating and you're not freezing.
Is this a good weather for a hunter? For people like you that like to go in the deer stand, Swaby, or this is too warm?
Yeah. No, it's not. It's okay. I mean, we killing deer, so, but not great. But as long as it's not hot, it's not. It's not hot. More, it's kind of cool, and the only thing bad is if you kill a deer, if you shoot a deer and you can't find it, and you leave it overnight, sometimes when the weather's like this, it spoils.
It's not good. It's not good. No.
That's the bad thing.
Yep. All right, we wait for that first phone call, Swabby. We're going to hear a word from one of our good sponsors, and that's the good folks over at Central Hemp right now.
Do you suffer from sore muscles, aches and pains, or have problems sleeping? Do you or even your pet suffer from inflammation and sore joints? Central Hemp can offer products to help with all those things. We offer a full line of hemp and CBD products that include Delta 8 and Delta 9 gummies, hemp flour, bath and body products, bath bombs, oils, CBD gummies, topicals, and even lotions. We have THC and THC-free products that can help with your mood, energy levels, depression, stress, PTSD, and anxiety. Central Hemp is here to help. Don't be shy. Come and visit our locally owned boutique-style store where our staff is eager to help. We are located in the Vedrine community at 1010 LMA Road in Ville Platte. Please come and visit us or give us a call at 337-655-0200. Also, don't forget to follow us on Facebook, Central Hemp.
Okay, Mark, we got a call.
Okay, let's take it, Swabby.
Oh, no more.
Not for us?
I don't guess.
Okay, 363-2124 is the phone number. 363-212-4. You know, Swabby, I'm looking forward. I'm going to be interviewing the authors, two ladies that wrote an excellent book about les traiteurs and herbs and special roots and things that are, for years, people depended on them to help treat some common maladies. So I would like to hear, we haven't talked on the subject of traiteur in a long, long time. And I'm wondering if anybody is a traiteur that's listening in. And I know traiteurs is something that a lot of people don't believe in, but I certainly do, because they personally treated me and it worked. And I'm just wondering if there's any traiteurs listening in, and what do you treat for? Or maybe a member of your family was a traiteur. So give us a call, 363-2124. And have you ever been treated with it by a traiteur?
Well, Mark, I want to tell you, my grandmother on my daddy's side was a traiteur.
And what did she treat for, Swabby?
For burns.
For burns,
yeah.
Huh?
And they lived in Grand Prairie. And I asked her, I said, did you ever, when I was in college, I was writing an article about that. And I went and talked with her, and I didn't even know that growing up. She told me she did a little black girl that got burned, and they brought the little girl to her house, and you would touch the area where it was
that was burned,
and you would pray. You pray like an Our Father and a Hail Mary, and then some other prayer. I don't know exactly, but she said the little girl got healed. Now I don't know if it was because of that or because of time.
Yeah.
But what the traiteur passes on the second generation, like she was the third generation, actually. She was the first generation. Then I became the third generation.
So she passed it on to you.
You'd skip a generation.
So she passed it to you.
Yeah, but I never got my certificate.
No, but no joke. But anyway, did she give you the prayers and?
But I never did that.
You never did it at all.
I never did try to do that, but
So you can't. And what happens if you were doing it? You would pass it on to your children or your grandchildren.
My granddaughter.
It has to be the other sex.
The opposite sex, and
you skip a generation.
Skip a generation. That's how it works.
So you'd have to pass it on to your granddaughter.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to tell her that. Well, you're a traiteur. But I had never heard about that until when I was in college, and we would talk about. I had a professor. He was into folklore, and he would talk about that.
Yeah.
And my dad said, "Well, your grandma is a traiteur." What? So I went to talk with her. But she's the only person I ever talked to that did that. The one that did you, what was it for, more?
It was a wart.
Yeah.
And I've told the story many times on La Tasse de Cafe. He was a deputy sheriff at the sheriff's office. I won't name him, but he was an amazing guy, law enforcement guy. I had no clue, Swabby, and I had this ugly wart. I even brought it to the doctor, and the doctor prescribed all kind of stuff. It would go away, and it'd come right back. And
really?
And my good friend at the sheriff's office saw it while he was giving me a news story. He says, Mark, he said he touched it, Swabby. He said a couple of silent prayers, and he made the sign of the cross. I remember that. And he said, Mark, when you wake up tomorrow morning, it's going to be gone and it's not going to come back. And I didn't believe him. I did not believe him because it's happened so many times before. And don't you know, the next morning, the wart was gone.
Really?
I still got the scar. It's never come back. And to that, after that,
Well,
I believe
Oh, yeah.
in today too. Believe me.
Well, you know, with my grandma, she would say the prayer in French.
Yeah.
That's how they would do that.
Yeah.
What is the definition of a treater?
A treater.
That's what it is.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, we got a call.
Okay.
Hello, you on there? Who's this?
Hey, Mr. Swabby, it's Steven.
Steven.
Hey, I had a couple of questions to ask you. There's a resident that lives over here where I live here at the Village, and she had told me that Tom Selleck and Clint Eastwood had passed away yesterday.
The what?
Tom Selleck, the actor, and Clint Eastwood had passed away yesterday.
Tom Selleck?
Yes, sir.
I didn't hear that.
I didn't hear that.
Yeah, I know, and I listen to y'all every day. You know, like y'all know, I put y'all on the first thing in the morning every day, and I know y'all would have reported that.
Well, turn it on the news. If that happened, they're gonna.
It'd be.
On the TV every day, and I didn't hear that on the
No.
TV.
Well,
We would have seen it or heard about it.
that's sometimes people. They had said the other day Alan Jackson had died. He didn't die.
Oh my God!
Yeah.
That's some
Yeah.
things to say to people that.
Well, they started a rumor, and
Some terrible gossip.
Yeah.
And the other thing, I was talking to my ex-brother-in-law, Danny, yesterday evening to tell him about Rod Stewart's birthday today. Danny wanted me to ask y'all how many records that Rod Stewart sell. He was asking me to ask y'all that.
Well, I don't know that. We don't know that. You'd have to look it up on the internet.
But Danny doesn't have the internet, and I don't have it either.
Well, find somebody that has the internet and look it up.
Yeah, he sold a lot. That I know.
You don't know Mr. Mark?
No.
No, I can't. There's
We'll-
not
we'll
one
try-
artist
we'll-
that we can tell you. How
Yeah,
many.
we'll try to look it up for you.
Okay.
You're gonna look it up for me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. Bye.
363-2124. We're talking about traiteurs and treaters or anything else you want to talk about this morning. And Swabby, while we wait for another call sur le programme, allons parler pour le Maple Avenue Pharmacy and Gifts. Hey, the next time you need to fill a prescription, you be sure to visit with the friendly folks at Eunice's premier pharmacy and gift shop, Maple Avenue Pharmacy and Gifts at 1200 West Maple in Eunice. For more than 50 years, residents in the Eunice area have been depending upon the registered pharmacists and friendly personnel. They offer you 3 registered pharmacists to serve you. 24-hour emergency service. They offer medical equipment, a complete gift shop featuring Tyler products, a bridal registry. Maple Avenue Pharmacy and Gifts offers you a compound prescription service too. Free delivery service to your home and business. They can provide immunizations and online prescription services with super competitive drug pricing. And don't forget, if you're looking for a new pharmacy home, they offer you an easy prescription transfer from your old drugstore. And they're open for your convenience Monday through Friday, 8 to 5:30, and they're open Saturdays from 8 to 3. And they're closed on Sundays with an emergency service. Call Maple Avenue Pharmacy and Gifts at 457-5216. That's Maple Avenue Pharmacy and Gifts at 1200 West Maple in Eunice. Their phone number again, 457-5216. Okay, Swabby?
We got a call, more. Hello, you on there? Who's this?
This is Leland Vidrin, Swabe. How you doing this morning?
Hey, Leland, we're doing great and
Good
wonderful.
morning, Leland.
Good morning, Mark. Look, I'm listening to your program this morning and enjoying it as usual. Talking about traiteurs, when I was growing up, that was my definition of traiteur, treater, But there's another definition for that in French. And years ago when I was in Belgium, and we were at our friend's house, and they were going to order food out or take out. And she says, je vais appeler le traiteur. And I just didn't understand when she said that. And then we got to talking, and we eventually got to the true definition, or that true definition, which was a caterer in French. So we have many traiteurs in this area if we go by that definition. But I know as a kid what a traiteur was. It was someone that would say a prayer, just like Swampy said. They had a few in our area.
Yeah.
But anyway, I thought I'd let you know there's another definition for that.
Well, very good, Leland. Thank you for calling.
Leland, did you have any personal experience with a traiteur around here getting treated?
I did. I had a wart like you did, and went to the traiteur, and it fell off eventually, but it didn't fall off overnight, Mark.
It took a while, huh?
It took a while, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. After I took my knife and cut on it several times, it finally went away.
Wow. That
was you.
Oh.
That was my treatment.
That was your treat. Yeah. That's what we usually do.
Yeah. Okay, well, y'all have a good day.
Okay, Leland. Thank you for
Thank
calling.
you, Mr. Leland, for checking in with us. 363-2124, Swaby. It's your turn, my friend.
Okay, Mark.
Come in this week and shop for all of your fish and seafood needs at B&L Seafood in Mamou. They're now serving boiled crawfish daily. Now offering Louisiana lump crab meat. Clean turtle just $18.99 a pound. Crawfish tails $13.99 a pound. Don't forget they buy and sell crawfish, and B&L Seafood is looking for crawfish farmers. Call for more information. You can find boiled shrimp at $13.99 a pound, snow crabs at $19.99 a pound. They accept all credit cards and your EBT food stamp cards too. They're open Monday through Saturday from 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. at your #1 fish and seafood headquarters. That's B&L Seafood. Call for more information. Phone 468-3117 to place your orders. Happy New Year, and thank you for your business from everyone at B&L Seafood, 151 South Street in Mamou.
Okay, Mark, we got a call.
Okay, Swaby, who do we have?
Hello, you on there? Who's this?
This is Mercy Lee. How y'all doing this morning?
Mercy Lee, we're doing great and wonderful.
Good morning.
Well, that's a blessing. Y'all was talking about the traiteurs. Okay, they had a man they would call Mr. Ned Andrews out of Pine Prairie.
Uh-huh.
And he would live not so far from Mr. Wilson Camel's store. And he treat like children, and if a grown up, he treat them. Like if you had a toothache, people have headache or stomach ache or different things, But he would make a string.
Well, he would do what?
A string.
He would take a string and he would make some little knots, and then he'd put it around that waist or hang it around that arm.
And that was the treatment.
And it would do some good.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, he was a variety treater. He didn't have anything.
So he treated for what kind of things, Miss Merciley?
Like if children was coming to have that tooth coming out,
Uh-huh.
And then like if stomach ache, he'd treat people for that. And like sometime a grown up would have headaches, they would call him Mr. Ned Andrews.
And he would put a string with some knots around.
Yeah, around that stomach, or sometimes he would make it hang in that neck.
Oh.
Yeah, like he would take a string,
Yeah, right.
like the people usually have strings, and he would take it and he would make a knot. He would mix some little knot. Then I'd see him, sometime because I'd bring my kids there, and I don't know what he would say, but he would say something at each little knot.
Would he say it in French?
He would say it slow. I don't know what he was saying.
He
I guess he was saying
was a prayer?
making a prayer or something.
Well, he might have been talking in tongues too.
Yeah.
Probably.
saying a prayer.
And then they had a lady from Ville Platte. They would call her Miss Cartin. She was the same, treated you just like Mr. Ned Andrews.
Oh.
Yeah. And I don't know, but it did my kids, and it did me some good.
Well, Mercy Lee, would he charge something for that?
You know what he would tell you? Give him what you want.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, so sometimes people would bring him a chick, sometimes some eggs, or sometimes a little change. But he wouldn't tell you, he wouldn't charge you. But if you had, any love, you would appreciate it, and you would give him something.
Okay.
Yeah, but he never charged people.
Right.
Yeah, okay, y'all have a blessed day.
Well, thank you for calling.
Okay, bye-bye.
Thank you, Miss Mercy Lee. Speaking of that, Swabby, was it who was it that talked about the toothaches? Was it Miss Mercy Lee? There, it seems to me we've talked about this that some of the home remedies, there used to be a tree. That was called a toothache tree.
Yeah.
And you would take the bark off of this particular kind of tree, and you chew on it or something.
Yeah.
And it was supposed to help you with the toothache. Do you remember that, Swabby?
I remember them talking about the toothache tree, and I don't know exactly what kind of tree it is. I used to remember. I think it may be sassafras tree, and they had on Bill Air Cove Road, on the road that you're going out on Louisiana 10, that road, that Bordeaux Road.
Mm-hmm.
They had a tree or two that was the toothache tree right there.
Really?
Yes, and I don't know if they're still there, but I can't remember exactly what kind of tree. I used to know that, and we'd have to look that up.
Yeah.
We got a call.
Okay, let's take it, Swabby.
Hello, you on there? Who's this?
Hello, Swabby.
Well, Charles, you went back to bed?
No, I just got up.
What's up, bud?
Not much. I just wanted to hear your voice. Y'all sound good on the radio.
Oh, yeah,
Well,
man.
you sound good, too.
We Cadillacing over here.
Today I'm going to try to do a little bit of work in the yard.
Whose yard?
It's a guy who works at the bank. I forgot his name. He works at Citizens Bank.
Oh, you do yard work?
Yes, sir.
I didn't know that.
I do that. If I look at the yard, charging how big it is or how small it is. I charge them the small amount.
Well, so you do flower beds and all that stuff?
Yes, sir. I sure do.
Well, I didn't know that, Charles. You're a busy man. You do all kind of stuff.
Jack of all trades.
Yeah, when it's cold like that, I can't do it. But when it's kind of warm, then I'll do it.
Well, that's good to know. Okay.
And I have a friend. If you could look for some person that has some little Chihuahua puppies.
Yeah, I told you to call after 9 o'clock, and you can put it on Tradio. Okay.
All right, because he's looking for one. One of his little puppy died the other day, and he's all upset about it.
Oh, really?
He spoiled that dog like it was a little baby.
Well, yeah, you get attached to pets. I have a dog, so I know.
Yeah, he felt bad. He almost cried.
Well, okay, Charles. Thank you for calling.
Y'all have a nice day.
All right, buddy.
All right. Thank you, Charles. 363-2124. We're waiting to hear from you this morning. Soon, KVPI La Taste Cafe. Swabby, your turn.
Don't put off one more day driving around town with that cracked or chipped windshield. Bring it to the professionals at Global Windshield Repair at 740 South Chautauqua in Ville Platte. Come in and visit with Tracy and Chase Phillips today. They want to thank you for your past business. They can pick up and deliver for auto glass replacements. They work with all major insurance companies, and they're certified to work on all of the newest vehicle models. In many cases, they can offer discounts on your insurance deductible. Phone 363-4911 and find out if you're eligible. They offer you more than 25 years of experience, and your satisfaction is guaranteed. They can work on sunroofs and power windows, and they do inspections too. Global Windshield Repair is open Monday through Friday, 7:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. That's Global Windshield Repair at 740 South Chautauqua in Ville Platte. Phone 363-4911.
The call, Suave.
No calls right now.
No calls while we wait for that next call on the radio. You're listening in to KVPI La Tosta Cafe. It's a big old Tuesday morning here in Cajun country, and we'd love to hear from you this morning. So give us a call and talk with Swabi and I. And while we wait, Swabi, let's talk about Evangeline Council on Aging, where they provide a diverse array of services, including in-home care to provide assistance with personal care and housekeeping, transportation services to and from medical appointments, a meal delivery service, and much more. And you know what? They even have a senior center that hosts